Hello guys, how are you today? This is Hepodix with another Spellbreak patch notes rundown / analysis video as we take a look at the patch 20. The quest begins. So I'm gonna go through this quickly. The patch been out a couple of days already, so I'm gonna just go through the major points and see how I think about those and what's going on basically. So let's start. First we have some new features. Quest system. Players now given daily quests up to 3 a day, so they can complete and gain additional XP. This is very nice. I know it's a very small thing. They are aware of this, like they say here. But yeah, there's at least something more to do in the game. You can have those little dailies, do 200 damages fire for example, and little knickknacks here and there. It gives a bit of variety to the game than just going regular games. So I like these little quests. I'm fine. Then we have XP leaderboards. So they added XP leaderboards to the thing. So it's the amount of XP you've gained per week. You get yourself ranked. It's okay. Then we got circle changes. And also I want to mention before I go there, faster hotbar swapping of items and gauntlets. This is important. Swapping equipment while attacking will now cue the action for when the attack finishes. This makes swapping equipment in combat much smoother and way less finicky. This is very nice because I have been into combats where I have to change gauntlets. And it's felt some finicky along the way, like does it change it? I'm spamming the button and it seems to not change it all the time, so I'm really happy they're fixing it with this. It feels less finicky, as they say. Very important. Then we have circle changes. So the circle is now redesigned, it looks different, and I actually, when I first saw it, it looked kind of strange to me, but it's these little particles around the circle that makes up this one chest once they like merge. It's kind of cool concept. It looked kind of weird at start, but I kind of like it. It's very nice, very nice. And they also improved the UI, user interface. So some little things here and there, but it's all smooth now. It's much better overall in terms of UI as well. Then we got the balance changes. We got lightning sorcery has been reworked. This is huge. So lightning strike now does a single strike on the ground, targeting the nearest opponent within its radius. The strike does AoE damage and shocks the player it hits. Furthermore, it can target opponents in midair. So instead of these random lightning bolts that you do in this area, you just get one single boom, and that's it. But you can adjust it with more lightning strikes, but I'll get to that in a second when we get to classes. But yeah, they changed this and I'm fine with this. It's pretty cool. It makes that one little zap instead of these random things. So yeah, I'm fine with this. It's an alright change, at least, if you ask me. So we get to classes now. We got some scholar adjustments. So the passive, the cooldown reduction has been reduced from 30 to 20. This is huge, but I understand why, because they are explaining it. In the hands of the skilled player, scholar when combined with certain runes was incredibly strong, like with Blink especially. Blink is super strong, like I don't blame them. So it's not just this nerf, they adjusted the runic inspiration thing. So instead of 25, 30, 35% for 5 seconds, now it decreases your and your nearby teammates' rune for 30, 40 and 50%. So they're toning the numbers up here and putting them down here. So I understand, it's fair. I think it's fair. Scholar's been very strong for a very long time, especially in the past, so I understand the tweaks. So Pyro, we got a little nerf on the Ignite. So players can set on fire dealing 3, 6 and 9 damage. So now it's 2, 4 and 6. So a bit of toning down. I understand again. Why? Because Pyro's been kind of in a controversial position for some time, especially with the revive mechanic. Some people hate it, some people are like, oh, I don't mind it. So I understand they're taking something out of Pyro, so they want to tone it down. So not everyone goes like Crackshot and Pyro like I do. At least some of the games I like it, so I understand. Then we got Stone Shaper buff. This is huge. So the rock slide, it used to decrease your damage when increasing your length of the shockwave, but no more. It does not decrease the damage anymore. Increase the length of your shockwave by 15, 30, 45% and makes it bounce off obstacles instead of colliding. So yeah, Nice. It's a nice buff for Earth, for sure, because I think no one is really using it, because it decreased the damage. It's so stupid mechanic. So I'm really... And then we have a bug fix for Earth Mantle, so that's good as well. They're mentioning it here. So yeah, I think there's gonna be more Stone Gauntlets seen now when they buff this. It's a nice little twist. Toxicologist, we got a buff to the Vanishing Mists. So you get into the invisibility when you enter toxic clouds, but now it also increases your sprint speed by 35% for 3, 6 and 9 seconds. Same amount as the Invis, so this is a nice buff for Toxicologist. I'm really up for this because they nerfed the Gauntlet attack speed, so they're at least giving buffs in some other ways, so I'm fine with this. Then we got a small Tempest buff. So Updraft now makes player immune to all tornadoes. Okay, this is really important too, because it was confusing, at least for me, like, this is a fire tornado, can I bounce off it? Get that little nice flight? No? Yes, no, yes. But now it's clear, Whether it's a fire tornado, toxic tornado, whatever, you can updraft yourself. It's nice. Nice little touch for Tempest. And as I was talking about Conduit before, there we have this. So they removed this one, the lightning rod thing. And the new one, your lightning strikes additional 1, 2 and 3 times. So you can make those additional zaps for the new sorcery with this lightning rod thing. So it's nice that they're taking some attention for the gauntlet and the changes they did for the sorcery. They're adapting it to the mastery as well, the class, so that's very nice. Then we got some bug fix for Scout, nothing too shabby. Then we got some rune changes. These were kind of huge, so at least some of them. Invis, so it used to just turn you invisible, but now it gives you additional 35% sprint speed. Wow, it's a huge buff, in my opinion. I think this buff is so good that this rune should be in rarity instead of uncommon, in my opinion. The 35% is huge. Like, combine this with Toxic or any other stealth mechanic in the game, and this rune is really strong. Like, I would put this in rare, because this 35% is huge, in my opinion. It's nice that they're buffing it anyways, because Invis was always this kind of meh rune, so yeah. They're also putting some range for teleport back, 800 units, so small tweak, small buff. Again, a little nice change, I like this, I'm not against it. Same with the flight, they're giving an extra second duration from 4 to 5. They get this extra, that's a nice little tweak. I always liked flight, but I know there are like better runes available, like Blink and Shadow Step and stuff, so it gives those rare runes better chances to live up. So I'm fine. Then we got item changes. Boots of the Mouse got reworked. So after crouching for 1 second, become invisible. Breaks if you attack, take damage or stop crouching. Okay, so again, we're getting more things into the stealth mechanic, and these boots give you the stealth if you're just crouching, so... I never liked Boots of the Mouse, the old one. The mechanic was stupid in my opinion. So I'm happy they reworked this, and I'm fine with this mechanic. It seems very interesting. And then we got some Spike Boots buff. Now it increases your sprint speed by 40%, as well as no longer slips on ice. A little tweak, very nice, very nice. Couple more things to go, So then we got the Banish, Exile, Revive thing. This is huge. So increases the time between being disrupted to being exiled to 60 seconds instead of like 15 or 20. So why they're doing this? And also the exile time is increased to 5 seconds. It's not like couple seconds anymore. It's 60 and 5 now. I think they wanted to do this because they want more fights to happen instead of this exile boom. So if there's like a duo fighting each other and one of them is dead and the other team's guy is dead, then it's the last two fighting. I think this gives more combat value to the game instead of people trying to rest around the corner and then go for the rest when they kill the second opponent and then just revive the body when there's more time to do that. So I like this change. It's getting some use to for myself because I'm very old to the old numbers, but time will tell. I think this is a good change anyways, overall. So then we got some visual changes, some little some little things like the added theme music to the main menu. The ambient sounds very beautiful. I really like this. Has a little dark tone in it, but it sounds super nice. I like it. I really like it. And some other knickknacks here and there. Then we got some map changes. They really want to redesign the map and just put some new things on it. And like I've said in my previous videos, it feels less of a copy-paste now when they're putting new things on different areas, like I talked about Bokmova last time. They've really reworked this map to make it look more unique in different parts, so it feels less of a copy-paste, so I'm happy for that. Very nice. Also very important, performance. Server performance improvements, client CPU and GPU, processor and graphics card performance improvements, and miscellaneous crash fixes. So very important, especially this one. Like, I've been talking about this before, like, this game needs to be adjusted better. It's not like a super high demanding game, so it should run well on even slower PCs than mine. So I'm happy they're making some improvements in order to work better overall. So that's great. Then some bug fixes as well. And yeah, nothing too drastic here, in my opinion. And then there are some known issues again, which gonna be turned into bug fixes or changes in the future. But the one last thing I want to talk about, which has been an issue in this patch, is that the items are not dropping to ground when killed the enemy. When you kill the enemy, the items are not, or some of the items are not dropping to the ground. And it's super annoying. So there was this guy fighting, and I definitely knew he had a blink. And yeah, we were having this bar for like 20-30 seconds. I end up killing the guy, and only the potions drop. Like, what? And I'm looking for the blink, like, it's nowhere to be seen. And this is a major, horrible bug. And this wasn't persistent in the earlier patches. It's now in the patch 0.20, and I really hope they're gonna hotfix this soon, because it's a huge thing. You kill someone and you're not getting the items. That's very sad. So I hope they can hotfix that soon. And other than that, the patch changes, I think they've been okay. Some healthy changes I really like. The loot thing is just a huge issue. I really want it to be changed. But other than that, I think the changes are great, and I'm mostly happy for them. So that concludes the patch notes rundown analysis video for patch 20. What do you guys think? So, good and bad things along the way. Hopefully the bad will be changed in the near future. And yeah, there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. My name is Hepodix, and have a nice day.